Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host for the 2004 Ethnic Business Awards, Geraldine Doog.
Well, thank you and good evening. I'm Geraldine Doog and I'm going to be your host tonight at the 16th Annual Ethnic Business of the Year Awards, and I welcome you all here at Sydney's La Montage and viewers through SBS Television, the ABC's Asia Pacific Service to Asia, through TVB and other networks. Look, I wonder if you've ever really stopped to consider the meaning of the word home to all of us human beings. It's well known that moving house is one of life's most stressful events, and knowing this, I think, gives extra context to tonight's awards, and it makes them all the more impressive. After all, we are here tonight celebrating those who have at one point in their lives made the decision to leave their homes totally, not to go just to another state or another city, but thousands of kilometres away across the sea, with all that comes with that. Almost everyone in the room tonight has grappled with that experience in one or other way, but with great fortitude and courage, the first new jobs they have undertaken have often led them into business ventures which they've turned into great successes. The Ethnic Business Awards program over the past 16 years has been really trying to shout this from the rooftops by telling the stories of Australia's migrant achievers. And the key to these awards, dreaming them up and then making them happen, throughout these past 16 years is the chairman of ETCOM, Joseph Assaf.
Thank you again, Geraldine. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the longest-running Business Award Special Gala 2004. I'm sure you will thoroughly enjoy what we have planned for you tonight. However, I would like you to think about why we are gathered here. Are we here to celebrate the achievements of talented businessmen and women? Are we here to acknowledge their hard work? Are we here to enjoy fine food and entertainment? Are we here to learn more about the sponsors? Are we here to applaud cultural diversity and the fruit of multiculturalism? In truth, I am not here for any of these reasons, because my intention 16 years ago when I founded these awards were not to give a pat on the back to ethnic business people. They are much more resilient than that. They push on and they drive on regardless of who pats them on the back. I did not instigate these awards so that we could recognize the achievements of hard-working migrants. They would work hard regardless of who recognizes their efforts. They have a dream and they pursue their passion. They don't need recognition to keep going. These awards are all about one special word. That word is please. I say, please give us more of your creativity and passion. And as for the sponsors, what is their role in all this? To me, sponsors are not only the financiers of this evening. I personally know that each of the sponsors who has joined us tonight has come to give, not to take. They give good wishes. They give encouragement. They give thanks. Normally, our society awards medals and trophies at the finish line. However, tonight we are not gathered at the finish line. We are gathered at one of the many turns in the road. And at the roadside, our friends and family, sponsors, judges and supporters, each holding a banner. And on the banner, they say to the ethnic businessmen and women, welcome, And from me, welcome to you all, and thank you.
Thank you, Joseph, very much. Now, our judges tonight, ladies and gentlemen, have had to select from hundreds of entries Australia-wide, and they have become rather good at recognising not just the ebb and flow of balance sheets and so on and whether they're well presented, but recognising a clever idea nurtured by sound business sense and particularly what they've said to me is an ongoing eye to the future. So that's very much their bias. And you'll see as each story unfolds that there are many ways to win an Ethnic Business Award. It's not necessary to have arrived just yesterday, by the way, which I think is a little bit of a thought. For example, a family arrives in a new land like Australia. They don't speak the language fluently yet, and nothing in the Lonely Planet Guide tells them how to get a business going, but somehow, as you'll hear, they find just the right balance of expertise and determination and risk-taking and savvy to mix with their excellent work ethic, and it's extraordinary how soon success can follow. So the Small Business Award really is for companies like these with turnover of lower than $5 million, and we're about to meet the finalists now. There's nothing more impressive than making an industry out of bits and pieces that other people throw away. Apart from being incredibly resourceful, it's good for the environment, and this is what Korean-born Henry Kim saw in Australia's shellfish industry. He recognised the value of trochus, abalone and many other decorative shells in many areas, on the necks of guitars for instance, or inlaid into furniture. So, he decides to track down the shells and he markets them to many corners of the world through his company Co-Ost Australia. Just wait till you see his impressive shell collection.
We Co-Ost International export abalone shell, mother of pearl shell, trochus shell, and exporting in Asia, Korea, Vietnam, Japan, China, and also we employ the regional people, helping regional economy. We are here in office, but actual business happen in remote, far remote area, creating the new business in the country area. Australian mother of pearl shell is the best. No other countries compete this Australian shell to make music industry, the shell plate, or some jewelries. Our future goal is we're gonna create the new shell art industry by cooperation with all artists using this Australian best quality shell, and then we create the new jobs, helping the tourist industry. This is my vision. When I start this business, I have just $100. That's a restriction by the Korean government to take out of Korea. So no money, I must survive. So I contact a fishing company in Perth and have a joint partnership. And 1.5 years later, I established my own company. So actually, when I started this one, just surviving for a living, that's all. But by years, by on and on, I realized this is so fascinating. Color, mixture, taste, man-made can't be that same color. It's so beautiful, fantastic. I like this business.
Ladies and gentlemen, please acknowledge Henry Kim. Congratulations, Henry, especially on your inventiveness in thinking of shell marking as an international commodity. I think it's wonderful. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Now, when you're starting a business, it's important to stick to it. And here is a family company that's all about sticking together, or sticking their adhesive labels on as many different products as they can. Fantastic Labels is a business spearheaded by Mumbai-born Francis Matthias's recognition of a market niche. This is a familiar story you'll hear. If you look around you, there are probably many examples of packets and bottles and tubes and jars wearing fantastic labels, and those that didn't probably wish they did.
My business is a pressure-sensitive labels, commonly known as a sticky label, which goes on to the packaging. Wine labels or cosmetic labels, it's a pressure-sensitive label. Our customers are widespread. They could be in the food industry, the cosmetic, the industrial products. So it's across the board. The company started on a very modest, it's a family company. And my wife works in the business, my daughter works in the business, my son looks after the computer side of it. But from a small size company, it's grown to now we've got about 20 people altogether, which is permanent and casual labor. We have got big plans for our company in the next 2 or 3 years that we're going to have a new site with better planned site, better offices, conference room, the graphic department and the likewise. There were many difficulties in starting a label industry, not knowing what I was getting into. First of all, the demand of quality was exceptional. Secondly, the competition is very, very stiff. Thirdly, the price. There's always been a price war, and you've got to go in with the cheapest, and sometimes it's not possible. There's a fine line between cheap and good margin of profit. In terms of commitment, again, it's a very broad term. Commitment to our suppliers, commitment to our employees, commitment to most important, to our clients.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Francis Matthias. Thank you, Matthias squared. Congratulations. I'm told that Francis, probably his wife too, speaks many languages, including Hindi, Marathi and Konkani. The Ethnic Business Awards met James Lee last year when he was also a finalist. Servicing first the educationally appreciative Asian community, this South Korean-born computer scientist and innovator really couldn't keep his smart school a secret for long. Now the locals are also flocking to his doors to take advantage of his slick organisation and computerised teaching methods at his pre-uni new college. Expansion continues as the word spreads, and I'm told his move into the Asian markets is now imminent.
A good education is very important because it is vital for my son's success for his future career. This is to build his foundation for his tertiary studies.
New college helping students for the right direction and probably confidence, and there are individual abilities, and then encourage. Also, we are helping for the achieving for the high school certificate to entry university, and then selective schools, and then opportunity classes, and then private school scholarship as well. Past 12 years, our success rate is probably more than 90%. HSC is more than 90, UAI got all of them, and then we are selective school this year, we achieved 92% for the success rate. New college makes difference other colleges. So we have very standard quality management systems. So that's what we have achieved the ISO 9001 and 2000 only 1 week ago. So our textbooks, quality management, children regularly testing, and teacher quality, marking systems, all those ones very standard in the world. That's what is compared to the other coaching colleges totally different. We are the only ones to get the standard ISO 9001 and 2000 in Australia. Education is so important, it's the foundation. It's not really social, it's crucial. So children has to be a strong foundation, and then they can build up to whatever they want in the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, please acknowledge James Lee. Collingwood is a long way from Tel Aviv, but Magpie territory is home now to artisan baker Zvi Shahar. And that is Israel's loss, I must tell you. Aroma Bakery and Catering, it's a family business that's moved into the field of franchising, now boasts more than 150 lines of bread, almost 100 sweet cakes, plus a full range of sandwiches, wraps, quiches and savoury concoctions. And of course, there's always the perfect cup of coffee on the side, being Melbourne. And as you know, you don't get by for long in Melbourne without offering that. Swee is passionate about every detail in his bakery cafes, and you'll see more and more of them opening all over Melbourne as his planned expansion continues.
We started a wholesale bakery around 7 years ago, and it's grown, and we supplying nearly 500 customers in Melbourne, and we opened 9 retail shops. We supply them with bread, pastry, cakes, cookies, and pre-made sandwiches, and pre-made some hot food like lasagna and so on. We have difficulties in starting Aroma, mainly with the workers. They've been very unreliable, because if somebody has to start 6 o'clock in the evening, he came 2 o'clock, or he didn't come at all. So we decided to change direction and to employ only very reliable people. And from the moment we done it, our business jumped up very high. My customers are big catering businesses like Spotless, Qantas Airport, and we have a lot of schools, hotels, restaurants, and cafes, and we have 9 of our own cafes. But our product is always fresh, healthier, because we're putting only healthy ingredients, no chemicals, no added dairy product, no added sugar. It's a healthy, natural bread. That's very good, very good. What excites me in this industry is to develop new products. It's like you develop a new baby. You see how it's developed from A to Z, and for me it's a pleasure. I write all the recipes for the bread, all the recipes of the muffin, all the recipes of the Danish, the croissant, and I enjoy it. It's a pleasure for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Swee Shahar. And now congratulations to all our small business winners. Just one more quick thanks to the Bufori Motor Car Company and the utterly passionate Anthony Curry. Thank you to you, Anthony. And time now to meet the finalists in the medium to large business category. Now, as I said, these companies have a turnover of greater than $5 million. And just like the previous 4 stories, you'll see there's some great determination and real courage and real savvy, I think it's fair to say, particularly in these stories that you're about to hear. So here's a twist in our first story. The son giving his father a brilliant nudge into what has become a very successful business. Italian-born Antonio Romeo could have been the poster boy for the year of the family. He, his wife and 3 sons bought 1 independent grocery store back in 1987, and they now have 6 in this extremely competitive area, plus their own shopping centre. The Romeos have added to the choices available to South Australian shoppers. They sell local and imported gourmet lines as well as essentials. They do work the classic long hours, I'm told, and the family is now extended somewhat but still manages to work and to play together. Antonio is very proud too of his commitment to proper training to the community and a range of charities which he supports directly and generously.
It all started off with my eldest son, Paul. He went as a night filler for one of the independent stores, and from there he got a job doing advertising for this company, and he decided, he spoke to Dad, he says, Dad, I'd like us to get our own store. So Tony left his job as a builder and we got in together as a family and went into our first store at Plimpton. We make our customers feel like they're part of the family, and they come in for specialty things, for different ideas that I give them, and we feel that we're different from the other supermarkets, the chains, because we offer that to them, and they keep on coming back. We're planning to get more centres and more shops, but at the same time we're planning with training a lot of managers. That way, when you've got your backup behind, you've trained them, they're ready to go for the next store you buy. So that is very important. Because we're a family-run business together, that's the way we train our staff, so they all feel that they're part of that Romeo family. To have a successful business, you've got to have a lot of determination, hard work, the staff all working together and getting on with each other.
There was a lot of hard work.
Ladies and gentlemen, Antonio and Elizabeth Romeo. Congratulations. Gibellina in Sicily is probably best known for the devastating 1968 earthquake that wiped it and 14 villages out that fateful day. Now, this may have precipitated Filippo Navarro's journey from Italy to Australia, and if that's the case, it's not the first time a bridal party has been grateful for the earth moving, because Filippo is the man behind 3 superb reception centres, including Le Montage, where we are tonight. Filippo brought with him a very strong perception of family values, an eye for quality and loyalty and great stamina, which he's passed on, and we can verify this, to his children and the families of staff members, building up his event centres, Concadoro Lounge, La Montage, and the latest Curzon Hall, which is a beautiful heritage estate, a real family enterprise that. Filippo believes in giving people a go and training them well, and along the way he's discovered the odd star talent.
First day when I come in Australia, I like the quality of the country where we are, because there's plenty of work and plenty of opportunity for everybody. I got a job in the BMC in the afternoon shift. I work in the market in the morning, and they've got nothing to do on the weekend. I choose to be waiter Saturday, Sunday. And then in years past, I said one day I hope I can be in the hospitality business. Because we've got all the family involved, we've got about 150 staff who work with it, and we've got 2 big venues, we've got a Concadoro, we mainly do all the wedding. We've got the Le Montage, we do a bit of everything. We've got a wedding, we've got a corporate function, special event. And then now we're going in the Curzon Hall, because the families grow. We've got the 2 sons and a daughter, and all the family, my wife, all the families in business, and we extend we can grow more. In the kind of business here, you've got to work hard, and you've got the ability to please the client, to please the people, which is very important, to please the people in any kind of business. My special, as I've given my experience in the hospitality, the client is very, very important. I'm very happy. First I started working with my wife, we took 32 years ago, and we started all together, and till now we're working more happy because I've got 2 sons, daughter-in-law, son-in-law, everybody work, the company work, all the family, and I'm more than happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Filippo Navarro. Congratulations, Filippo, and dare I also say congratulations, Serena, Sal, John and Maria, and all the families who work here. Now, next time you throw out your old confidential tax records, think again. Valentin Lombos has advice for you. Allow him to pick it up and to take it to his secure destruction service, where it'll be shredded and exported to a range of markets, locally and overseas. Romanian-born Valentin created his business for today's business needs. We must recycle we must work efficiently, and Lombos Proprietary Limited has created its own methods, its own markets, its own machines, and its high standards. And look, it seems that customers cannot get enough of his particular product.
Lombos Proprietary Limited is basically a service-oriented recycling company. We provide a complete tailor-made service to our clients, from industrial security, industrial waste, security waste, waste paper collections, plastic collections, all in-house. So we run our own trucks, our own drivers and our own recycling plant. And by doing that, we can give everybody a good service, save them on costs. That's basically what we're about. The main challenges we faced in setting up a recycling plant was to convince our banking people that it was a viable industry. It was the first attempted by anybody, and the technology wasn't there, so we had to try and get somebody to make baling machines and conveyor systems to suit this type of work. We've eventually got an Australian company to make a baling press and system for us, which was a total disaster, and then spent the next 10 years of our lives redeveloping, designing and improving the technology until finally we made our own machines. Keeping up with the trends is very important in any industry. What I do is I physically visit my buyers, I ascertain what they say they want, and then I look at what I have to sell, so I try to invent a product to suit them. To be successful in our industry, you have to be efficient, reliable, provide a good service, increase the level of productivity, save them costs, and that's what we're trying to do now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Valentin Lombos. Congratulations. You'll never see your tax history being discussed on a talk show if you hire Valentin. Congratulations. Now, for all those who might feel like chicken tonight or any other night, forget the 13 herbs and spices, because there's a Bondi secret sauce that has been taking Australasia really, not just Australia, by storm since 1986. Antonio Chaquera brought more than recipes with him from his hometown Oporto, Portugal's second largest city. He brought business acumen and ideas that have taken his franchised stores from 28 years ago to more than 60 today. Oporto has over 9 million customers a year, they estimate, lining up for fresh grilled chicken and delectable sauces. Now, in the long term, Antonio would like an Australian Stock Exchange listing, but for now, he's justly proud, and he should be, as a consumer of his high-quality product. Not bad when you think about it for a young Portuguese backpacker who just stopped here for a brief tour on a world trip, met his future wife and decided to stay.
Well, it was very hard to start a business. One reason, to find the money. I got some cash and I need to find the rest. And I mortgaged my house and I bought 10,000 to finish and open my business. And it was hard for the first couple of years, but in the end I got the results. Oporto is a chicken business. We sell a nice grilled chickens, a nice grilled burgers, wrappers and some salads and chips. We have 64 shops today, plus 7 in New Zealand. We employ about 30 people in the head office, plus 115 in company and stores, about 2,000 in the group, Oporto franchise group. And today, we got the facilities and the people to move on and make it bigger and bigger to the future. I always invent different things when I cook. If you're home, or a barbecue, I like to do always something different. And being in Australia, I invented chili sauce. We mix a few spices together. And with a little help at home, I discovered the famous chili sauce. I create the business. I like to work with the people. I like to get up every morning, come to work, always look for something new. Something happens maybe.
Ladies and gentlemen, Antonio Sequeira, represented tonight by Jeff Fisher, who's the CEO of Oporto. Antonio couldn't be with us tonight. As I said, Jeff Fisher from Oporto has accepted the award, and congratulations, Jeff. I wish you and Antonio success in the fast food wars. Now, I'm sure that our next finalist will have much to discuss with Valentin Lombos. They're both in the paper business, as it were, and both have competitors who are already on the rich list. 19 years ago, Henry Ney migrated to Australia from Hong Kong, and he started a tissue manufacturing business called ABC Tissue Products in a tiny factory with a handful of employees. Now, we are talking about a $200 million turnover outfit with factories in the eastern capital cities and 420 people to help him. Plans for the future are not just expansive, but feature a large element of conservation and innovation, which, as I said, the judges are particularly conscious of. For instance, Henry's almost finished building a massive paper mill in Wetherill Park, as well making their brands 100% locally produced.
I come from Australia in 1985 under my business migration. Then I start my business only myself and my 2 daughters and 1 employee. Today I have 420 employees, including myself. When I just came to Australia, I have really difficulty with the finance because the bank did not let me have any finance. And I have to work hard to show my successful. Then the bank now, they support me a lot. ABC Tissue start in the 1985. We have facial tissue, we have toilet tissue, we have kitchen towel, we have paper towel. We have full range of tissue paper we manufacture in Australia here. Last year we did closer to 200 million a year. Next year will be 220 more. We're going to build our own paper mill at Wetherill Park. The production will be 120 tons a day to 150 tons a day. And the machine is a very new technology. We buy from Italy. And the total cost is 60 to 70 million investment. After this paper mill start up, we can control our quality and cost saving and create export as well.
Henry Ney, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome him to the stage. Henry Ney, just a humble employee as he included himself in the 420. I thought that was rather nice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, every year we do meet a wonderful parade of people, and I hope you'll agree this year's no exception. Shortly we'll have the announcement of the major awards, but first a reminder that each year we present a special initiative award, and that winner is chosen for endeavours that seem almost like impossibilities to ordinary mortal folk. This is our first big one of the night, and I'd like to invite the Honourable Joe Hockey on stage to present it. Minister Hockey. I'm not going to interview. Would you like me to interview you?
Well, you can, Geraldine.
How do you feel in this wonderful second week of the triumph that you've all been waiting for?
Good. Good. It's good to win.
Look, seriously tonight, because I mean you have been exposed as Small Business Minister to some extraordinary stories. If, like we've heard them tonight, tremendous family involvement, savvy, that's what I've got out of it, real savvy, like picking a niche, sticking with it. Is there something that surprises you, continues to surprise you, if you look across the board? Is there something you can distill that we haven't named tonight? There may not be, but I just wonder what strikes you.
Well, 35% of all Australia's small business people were born overseas. And of the 1.2 million small businesses in Australia, that's a very significant group. Many of the 1.2 million small businesses in Australia, 750,000 either operate from home or at home. And it's this culture of enterprise and innovation that is making the very real difference to Australian industry. And something that we've touched on, but I think the gentleman that makes tissue paper was talking about exports. You know, Australia is on the threshold of the most amazing period, because for all of our history, we have been constrained by our distance from market. We've been a long way from the rest of the world. Now with telecommunications the way they are, with the internet, with mobile communications, the world is your oyster. So to Telstra and to all of those who are involved in this new telecommunications wave of reform, I just say Australian business has never had a better opportunity. Never had a better opportunity. It's a great, great time for business.
Yes, I think that's absolutely true, and maybe this is a perfect opportunity to recognise the Initiative Award, which is, as we said, a special award recognising special capabilities, risk-taking, just a sense of grasping something that would have seemed impossible. So, Joe.
Fantastic. I love risk. Go into politics, that's real risk.
North Sydney?
Yeah, through an election. Absolutely. Absolutely. The winner of the Innovative Awards... Initiatives. Le Montague. No, Le Montage. Oh, my God.
Felipe Navarro, congratulations and thank you very much. Thanks, Joe. I'd like to just recap all the finalists so that we can remind ourselves of what's at stake and whom we've met tonight. So let's remind ourselves now of the 4 finalists in the small business category.
Korea's Henry Kim has taken shell collecting to a new level through his company Koost International, which is a knockout player worldwide in the shell trading business. From India, Fantastic Labels Francis Matthias developed a niche market in self-adhesive label making, with his inventiveness and stickability opening doors to success. From Korea, James Lee, founder of the Pre-Uni New College, continues to expand his unique high-tech education systems and cyber school throughout Australia and beyond. From Israel, Zwi Shahar has created a little United Nations at Aroma Bakery and Catering, where the diversity of bakers and his culinary creativity made his fortunes rise.
You want me to say something? I would like you to say something. Oh, well, very briefly, because we want to keep these speeches short tonight. It's always a great pleasure to come here. We've had 13 years working with ETCOM and Joseph, and he's done a tremendous job in actually raising the awareness of ethnic business in Australia. And this is the 3rd year we've been involved in these awards. And I just wanted to say to all the finalists just what a tremendous and inspirational story that you tell. It is just great to see the great hard work, the commitment, and it is really, for all of us who come to and see what you've done, is just tremendous. And Telstra's very delighted, obviously, to be a part of this, Geraldine. We've been here, as I said, for 3 years, and we want to continue to be a part of this. So I look forward to announcing the winner. Here we go. So, no, not yet, not yet. So, the Ethnic Business Awards for Small Business, the winner is, and we need a drum roll, and I hope there's suspense out there. It is an outstanding business, Pre-Uni New College.
Thank you really very much, all the ministers and the shadow ministers, and also Joseph Asap, chairman of ECOM, and all the distinguished guests. Before I say anything more, I would like to express my thank you. Firstly, and foremost, I would like to thank you to God, who have given me my strength and throughout my life. Secondly, I would like to pay particularly tribute to my wife, Maria Lee, and all my family. I believe any organization is only as good as the people who work there. Therefore, I would like to thank you, my hardworking and committed all my staff who have made my business as successful as it is today. I hope that my example can be repeated by other young people from ethnic background, because it is through the hard work and the vision of migrants that Australia will become a great nation. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate James Lee and his pre-uni new college. All right, ladies and gentlemen, one award remains tonight. These are the finalists in the medium to large business category, all of whom have given the big boys in the playground of industry a pretty decent hiding. Here's a little reminder of these 4 gutsy achievers.
From Italy, Antonio Romeo built his Adelaide supermarkets on rock-solid family foundations and a mountain of gourmet food lines the majors ignored. From Italy, Filippo Navarra's lifelong love affair with the hospitality industry led to the birth of 3 of Sydney's grandest reception centres and a family following in his footsteps. From Romania, Valentine Lumbos made a bundle out of high-grade waste paper, providing secure shredding and recycling tons of it to fill overseas demand. From Portugal, Oporto's Antonio Sequeira successfully franchised restaurants, cooking his piquant versions of traditional chicken recipes. From Hong Kong, ABC Tissue's Henry Ney wiped the smiles off formidable competition, rolling out an impressive share of the tissue industry.
Now, to present the Medium to Large Business Award, I'm going to invite both the National Australia Bank's Chris Ferris and James Hogan from Gulfair to present the awards. First, Chris Ferris from the National, which has been this long-standing sponsor. The National's shown real stamina and commitment, for which we're extremely grateful. So, Chris, maybe you'd like to address us on what the National thinks is at stake here in these awards.
Thank you, Geraldine. Well, I'd actually prepared a 40-minute speech and a selection of songs from South Pacific, but I've been coming to these awards now for 15 years. I've enjoyed every one that I've been to, and it's been an inspiration, quite frankly, to be a part of this. Our company was involved right from the very start of the awards, and they were put together to recognise the achievements of people that had migrated to this country, and as far as I know, they're the only such awards that we have in this country, so we're very pleased to be associated with them. The people that have won awards, people that have been nominated for awards here today, are all coping with enormous competition. They're doing things that are differentiating their businesses from the rest of the businesses that they compete with, and it's just an inspiration, as I say, to be part of it. So congratulations to all of the people that have been nominated and to the winners. So I think there's probably an envelope somewhere, or is Peter going to speak?
No,
James is going to speak.
Invite James Hogan, also from Gulfair, to just say a few words about your involvement.
For Gulfair, returning to Australia as we have in the last 12 months is no better event to be involved in as this Ethnic Business Award. In looking at recommencing our operations to Australia, we in fact looked at the key ethnic markets. Our daily services from Sydney connect over Singapore, then on to Bahrain, with Lebanon, Athens, with all the key Middle Eastern cities, and also Europe. But the key factor for us in coming back to Australia on a daily basis is that we could link the key ethnic markets of Australia. So as I said earlier, we're absolutely delighted that we can bring our brand of service back into the marketplace, but more importantly, in the early days, put something back into the Australian community. So it's good to be here.
And maybe I could ask Chris if you'd care to make the announcement of the winner of the Large Business Award.
And the winner of the Large Business Award for 2004 is ABC Tissue Products.
Henry, would you like to say a few words?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is really a great honor for me to receive this award. First of all, I would like to thank you, all my family members and all my employees at ABC Tissue for their support. I would like also to thank you, the judge, for giving me such a great honor. Especially, I would like to thank you, all my customers. Thank you, they are supporting us. We always commit ourselves to provide the best and best quality tissue to our customers at an economic price. Thank you again.
And James Hogan has just told me that in fact, although the tickets are said to be business class, in fact the Nays will be sent first class on their trip around wherever they care to go. And congratulations to James Lee, Filippo Navarro and Henry Ney, and of course all the finals who now, by being here tonight and by having submitted yourself to judging, a part of Australia's business history. And I really would like you just once more to thank the judging panel. It's a wretched task. It's never easy. To thank you very much indeed to all the judges who participated. Thank you to Joseph Asaf, the founder of the awards, and his team at ETCOM. Finally, to our sponsors and also the Bufori Motorcars. Thank you for recognising through your involvement in the Ethnic Business Awards that really without the creative and fresh input and the enthusiasm that we've seen of Australia's migrants, no matter why or where they came from, our companies and indeed our culture would be much more dull indeed. I don't think there's any doubt about that, and I think tonight's just absolute proof if ever we needed it. From all of us here at the hospitable Le Montage, good night.